It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. Story time. Y'all been asking for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. Now, bear with me because a lot of stuff go into this story. So here we go. First time I take my HIV test, I'm in prison. I've been in prison about 3 years, so I know how things work. They put me on the medical call out to go see the nurse. Normally when this happened, I'm finna get a TB shot. I saw this movie before. I've seen it a few times. That's what I'm thinking. Wrong. I get up there. She tell me I gotta take a mandatory HIV test. Now I'm concerned. So I give her the blood. I walk out the nurse station. The concern is on my face. I've been raw dogging since 10th grade. I know I got something. I just don't know what it is. So, just so happened my uncle Billy Boy at the same compound as me. Billy Boy is on the rec yard on the corner of the track doing push-ups. He see me, he say, Nep, you alright? I say, man, no, I ain't alright. They just made me take a HIV test. He say, did you ask for one? I say, no. He say, Nep, I ain't trying to scare you. But normally when that happens, somebody on the streets then find out they got it and they wrote your name down as one of their last partners. I walked the fuck off. I got out of this because he ain't got no business being smart and knowing stuff right now. I ain't got time for this shit, so I walked off. When I got back around to where Billy Boy was at, he said, Nep, calm down. Listen, this is how you can tell if you got it. You ain't got to go in there and talk to her so she can tell you. This is how you'll know. If you go up there on that day to get your results and she in there by herself, you good. But if you go up there and there's 3 or 4 officers in there with her, they ain't there for no good news. They there to protect her because she finna tell you something real messed up and they don't know how you gonna react. I said, all right, cool. Now, it took about a week. During this week, I'm not eating. I don't want to eat. I'm concerned. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm getting smaller. I can just see the HIV eating me. I know I'm about to die. So I start writing my last will and testament. I'm confessing to things I probably shouldn't be confessing to. So we get down to the day I get my results. I walk up there, I look in the nurse station. She by herself. I say, I'm good. Yes, sir. Couple dudes going there, get their results. I look at their face just to make sure they ain't, all right, you good? Cool. So my turn to go in there, I walk in. I freeze right in my scribe. I walk in there, and Sergeant Parrish is sitting in the back corner over here. Now, Sergeant Parrish is 6'3", 200 and everything. No neck, but he is chest, shoulders, and back. And he aggressive. I said, what the hell is he doing in here? She said, are you? I said, yes, I am. She said, well, Mr. So-and-so, we got your HIV test back. I got good news and I got bad news. I said, well, just give me. She said, you might want to sit down. I say, I'll stand. She said, okay. Well, you have an STD. And your HIV test came back and it was non-reactive. When she said non-reactive, in my mind, that meant my body's not reacting no more. That meant she tried to take a test and my body not doing it. My body finna shut down in the next 20 minutes. When she said non-reactive, my knees and my ankles left the room. I collapsed in the chair. See? I said, you ain't reacting no more? How long I got to live? She said, no, boy. Non-reactive is another word for negative. My knees came back. My ankle was right behind me. I say, so I ain't got it. She said, well, you do have trigonomas. My knees left. My ankle stayed this time. I said, sure. Now, I always been bad at math, so now I barely passed algebra. So I know trigonomas, they ain't gonna be nothing good. She said, no, it's not really STD for me. I'm gonna give you these pills and we're gonna piss it right out. But from now on, you need to start practicing safe sex. I said, I'll lock the door every time I do it. If we finish it, all right, y'all, story time. I'm gonna try to make this one short. There's a lot of info going on this one too, but I'm gonna try to make it shorter. I know y'all got stuff to do. This is the first time I meet my bunkie in prison. Okay, I've been sentenced to 10 years. What I did is robbery with a firearm. I didn't do it. Them people lying. They set me up. It was a charade the whole time. But I digress. Nonetheless, I'm in prison. They sent me to my permanent camp. Now, when I get to the prison, they walk me to my dorm. Now, my whole ride since being at the reception center, I've never been in a two-man cell, but for some reason they put me in a two-man cell. Okay, I've been around some rough guys before. No sweat. I got 10 years. It don't matter. I'm here for a while. Anyway, they walk me in the dorm. They take me to my room. I see it's a bed that's made up. It's a bed that's not. I know which one is mine. Get my bed and make it up. Now, I get there around rec time, first yard. So I go back out on the rec yard because I got to let everybody know that I'm here. I got 10 years. I'm going to be here for a while, so you might as well get used to me. Now, I figure my bunkie out here, but I don't know who he is because I ain't met him yet. Cool. So I'm on the rec yard doing my thing. They close the yard. We come back in the dorm. Still no bunkie in sight. I don't know where this guy's at. Hey, cool, whatever. So they do a count. Okay, count clears. We go to dinner. Come back from dinner. My bunkie's still nowhere in sight. You know, so I start doing my 1-2 in the dorm. Moving around, meeting people, seeing who's who, who's a threat, who's not, whatever. So I get on the spades table. I kick a little ass. Bow, ace. Bow, king. Bow, queen. I'm doing my 1-2. Man, everybody know ain't nothing to be fucked with on the spades table. Cool. So I get tired of kicking ass. I go sit in the day room. While I'm sitting in the day room, the door to the dorm slides open. And in walks this short, stocky, not scary looking dude, but nonetheless, it's a black dude. He walks upstairs, go in my room. I see him go in my room. I say that's either my bunkie or somebody that's trying to steal. Either way, I gotta get up there. So I go up there. I said, "What's up, bro? This your room?" He turned around. Irish start. I said, "Okay, yeah, I'm your new bunkie, bro. What's going on?" He said, "Okay." So I see he got on his dirty blues because they got food and water and stuff. So obviously he work in the kitchen. So I say, "Okay, they got you in the kitchen. I'm gonna let you clean up and do your thing. I come holler back at you later." Cool. So he go to the shower. While he go to the shower, I sneak back up to the room. I want to know if he got any knives in him, because what I didn't tell you is when you're in a two-man cell, there's something called an intro. If you end up with somebody that's a child molester or a rapist, somebody that you don't like, you can give them an option. Either you could tell the police that you're in fear for your life, you don't want to be in this room anymore, or I can beat you up and they remove you involuntarily, if you catch my drift. So cool. I go in there, I look up under this bunk. I don't feel nothing. I check up under there, I don't see nothing. Cool. So they call recall for count. Recall for count means everybody get to your bunk and we finna count y'all. Show us your ID, give us your DC number. That's what we finna do. So I'm sitting in the room, he comes back in. Immediately he say, "Start what you do." Glad you asked. I say, "Man, they said I robbed somebody, man, but they got the wrong person. I don't be, you know." He say, "You a shot talker." I said, "You know, that's what they say." "Yeah, what you do?" He said, "Yeah, man, I mean, a crime of passion, man." I said, "Crime of passion?" He said, "Yeah, man, me kill me wife lover, and me take wife head from upon her neck." I said, "Is that right?" He said, "Yeah, man." He slide me his paperwork. I grab the paperwork, catch the wall. While I'm looking, I see decapitation a few times. This fool really cut his wife's head off. So in my mind, I'm kind of spooked, to be honest with you. So I slide him the paper back. When I give him the paper back, he look up at me. So I say the only thing I think that makes sense. I say, "Yeah, see the difference between me and you? I would have cut her arms and her neck off for cheating on me. Because I don't play that type shit. Real, bro." And he said, "Yeah, man, but I'm here for the long one." I said, "I'm here for the long one, too." So I sat down. And when I sat down, they rolled the door and locked it. After they rolled the door and locked it, they turned the lights off. Like somebody finna go to sleep. Who going to sleep? I ain't going to sleep no time soon. Not while I'm here. I sat there all night and watched Winston sleep. Because wasn't no damn way. If you cut your wife head off, the woman that you love, you wouldn't mind doing nothing crazy to me. I'm not finna know. We not playing this game. So from that time on, like, I didn't sleep until Winston went to work.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wizard, Dizzy, Keesy Lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Hit the links down below. We got HiveMindLabs.com. Yep, where you can unbig that back. And yeah, man, hit the use the discount code everydaypj at checkout, okay? And check out Moog's Coffee, okay? It's better than penitentiary coffee, I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Speaking of penitentiary, why not get y'all a story time? This was pretty funny. The guy was pretty funny, but he ain't lying. He is not lying. But having a disease while you locked up, I don't know. You just mobbing around burning like that, big dog. I don't know. I don't know what trigonometry do to you. You know, I mean, either you can pass the class or you can't. But they say you'll never use it again in life. But my first cellmate was he shot his wife. He killed his wife and he tried to take his own life. He shot himself in the face and it like blew half his face off, right? So he had to eat through it. He had to eat through a straw or through his neck. He can only drink Slim Fast. And he had to drink like a couple of them so he can get all the nutrients and stuff that his body needed so he can survive. But wasn't much he could do. I'm pretty sure he's dead by now. That was like 20 years ago. I don't know if I could have lived that long just off Slim Fast. Okay, he probably skinny as all outdoors. But anyway, yeah, it was a crime of passion. He caught his wife cheating. He killed the guy. He killed her, and he tried to take his own life. And he lived in a trailer home. And when I first started seeing him, I remember I was like younger, and I was going into the prison or into the county jail, and I would see him, and he would come up to the hey, you know, he looked crazy because he like his face was there, like his jaw was there, but he couldn't really talk, and he was like like that, and you can kind of understand what he was saying, but then when then he would you know, he'll ask you something through the sally port, which is like the doors, because like he was on lockdown where the murderers went. And then like when I got in there for the long haul, he was in the regular violent pod, regular violent pod. So I would be in there with him, right? And then he told me his story, and I was like, damn. I got a lot of stories. I tell a story about the dude who kidnapped some people, and he's still locked up. He got life, but maybe I could look up his name. Jerome Booth. Plea deal for man with life in prison. Victim Taylor hits him in 17 of Oklahoma City began with right da. Booth said, I don't know what to do if he died. Oh, they ain't showing no pictures of Booth. But anyway, he got life in prison. And then his co-defendant, they said his co-defendant wasn't present. Oh, no, I thought both of them got life. Anyway, I tell the story about how he got, what happened in his crime. Because he told me the whole story. And I think they was probably listening in. You know, they was probably listening in when that happened. But regardless of the situation, yeah, Jerome, he told me while he was in there for murder. It was another dude. He was in there because he was crazy and he was running from the police, and he said the FBI was after him and all this stuff. But really, they was after his girlfriend because his girlfriend helped her dad commit murder while the dad was locked up. The girlfriend and some other tweakers murdered some people and chopped them up, and so the feds was following them, and ultimately she got convicted, and he was just with her. And so I tried to look him up, but he's out of prison. Who knows where he's at right now? But he's loco. I was locked up with some pretty crazy individuals. But yeah, no, I can't remember the guy who shot his wife and shot her lover, and he tried to kill himself. If I could remember his name, I will pull him up. But yeah, he looked crazy. Jerome Booth. Yep. Bro look like an old man now. That's when I met him. That's what he looked like. That right there. That's crazy. That's in 2004. Damn. Yeah, he was in there for a long time when he committed that. Because he had already been in there like 2 years. And this was in 2014. And this was 2020. Where is he at? Shit. It says discharge date imposed. He ain't getting out of there. Life without the possibility of parole. Man, he gonna be there till forever. But yeah. Yep. I remember, cause you know what? 6/13/2000. I remember he got convicted. Cause I got convicted in 2007, and in 2007 his reception date was 6/13/2007. So yeah, I remember his trial and everything. So, you know, damn. Sucks to be you, dog. Sucks to be you. But anyway, everybody want to be tough until you locked up here for life, and nobody remembers your name. Sometimes you wanna go where nobody knows your name. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, my holla shit.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.